Arcane season. Well, it's not even season 1. Act 1.
Act 1.
Act 1. It's weird saying acts with a TV show. That's a play situation, but I like it.
Yeah.
It honestly fits because we're gonna have a time jump from where we ended Act 1 to Act 2. So it makes sense to do these acts, and I like how it's like a concise story for over a course of 3 episodes. With animation, we always do the art style, the story, and just overall entertainment value of the show.
We're gonna do an introduction.
This is Cody for those who are new to the channel or have been new. I've occasionally done videos with this man since we started.
Maybe when you feel like it.
Yeah.
When the stars align.
What did you think over those 3 categories? Art style. What did you think?
So, okay, I think the show looks fucking gorgeous.
The art style really has me intrigued.
It feels pencil drawn, but you can tell it is computer animated.
Yes.
It's not. Wouldn't classify it as anime. You know.
No, I would just say it's honestly American animation.
It's American. It's that thin. It's that on that thin line, kind of like Castlevania, where it is American animation, but it's also could be considered an anime, but they haven't really reached like the Sakuga moments from anime.
Yeah.
You know,
one thing that really intrigues me about the art style, I've shown it to people that never's played Borderlands. I mean, not Borderlands, but never played League.
On game.
No, but the reason I say Borderlands is because they instantly see it and they're like, "Oh, is that a Borderlands show?" Because the art style reminds them of Borderlands.
Yeah, it does.
So that wasn't a flub. That was just me skipping ahead in my brain. But it does. Like, I honestly took a step back and was like, yeah, I can kind of see a Borderlands kind of thick outline art style to it.
Grimy.
Yeah.
It's very adult in how it handles things, very mature. I've always been under this philosophy, and this was even when you go way back at the very beginning of the channel when we literally played League. But I've always been under the philosophy that League's lore and like world building is 12 times better than the actual game.
Yes.
Like, that's the reason why they sell lore books. That's the reason why they're constantly reworking stuff in their own meta, because that is twice as more interesting than the actual game of League of Legends.
Yeah, because I got the graphic novel for the Ashes origin story, and by far it's one of the best graphic novels I've read. Like, the characters have so much depth, personality, and just the storytelling.
There's so much world building with the city of Almasca and all of like the countries and whatnot around it. And now that they're slowly starting to show the origins of certain characters. Obviously V and Jinx.
Yes.
But then you're also starting getting some interest of like Gravis. They're hinting at maybe Caitlyn showing up.
Echo.
Echo, Warwick, Heimdinger's in the intro.
On the council.
So it's like you're slowly starting to build into where if you eventually do go into stuff like Dalmasca, you'll have Garrus, Draven. Oh my god, can you imagine Draven in this show?
Jinx is my favorite character of League, hands down. Jinx and Ashe are like my favorites. They're my go-to, they're my mains. Everything about them is fantastic. The storytelling with Jinx alone, like just these little nods to the things that from the game, that is going to be like, oh, that's that, or that's going to become this, and I wonder how. Like, with her with the little grenade that she made, like, it didn't work like at first until she accidentally kills everybody, but it's absolutely fantastic. The world building, the storytelling is just top notch.
I like that they're building. They're slowly starting to do this world building they're building up this underworld and how its connections to the more politically correct things and whatnot. And I'm like, this is how, like, Castlevania and this to me is kind of the example of how you do a game adaptation.
Yes,
because like there is no really longer an excuse on you can't do a video game adaptation, because animated TV shows are proving yes you can.
And this honestly, hands down, is probably one of my favorites. And we're only at 1/3 of the way into the story.
I want to see how it turns out.
No, like in terms of just straight game adaptations.
Well, to me, Castlevania is still the best.
Understandably so.
Still the best. This is some good quality.
Yes,
it's a great start.
It really is. It's and we're on to story. Like the story alone, of how it just starts. Like there's no build up, nothing. The episode, it starts, the story is going, and you're in the thick of it. And
and it slowly drip feeds you and starts to slowly build out the world around it.
Yes, and here's the thing: it's not even
off great.
It just gets
dark.
It does.
It gets dark super fast.
But that's what I really am enjoying. Like, and while it drips the world around you and just builds everything, at the same time, it's not wasting a moment of screen. It is showing you what you need to build this story up and to move forward. It only has 9 episodes. It can't waste time. And it doesn't. It honestly doesn't.
Since it looks like it's building these characters that we know from the game. It's building Warwick. It's building V. It's building Jinx. It's building Heimdallr and Caitlyn and whatnot, you know?
Yes. And, like, yeah, we get the whole, like, Leo meme where you're pointing at the screen like, hey, it's that one.
Yeah. And like, yeah. The writing is very cliche.
Yes.
Like, I can tell even by the first episode of, like, there's that cliche trope of, like, characters hanging around and only hearing part of the conversation. And it's like, if you just stood for, like, 5 more seconds, you would actually hear the other half.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like you got to force that drama of, like, no, you have to build her as an outcast. You know?
But even with some of those cliches, they do break quite a few. The whole Jinx killing everyone pretty much in that third episode, and Vi saying how she's no longer her sister, that she's just a Jinx. Like it's recalling back to a moment in the first episode, and it sets such a great foundation for Jinx.
It has great character built.
Yeah. Who do you rate Act One?
Because it's only a third of the thing.
Yes.
But it is a really good start. It's a really good first impressions. Even a B.
A B. Okay.
B.
Okay.
It's quality. It's really good quality. Because it's a really good first impression, really good start. Now, I've seen shows start off great and just fumble.
Yeah.
At the end.
You are right on that.
So, I mean, there's a reason why they're saying it's not how you start, it's how you leave them.
Yes. And with that third episode, I definitely think they left us in the right spot. There were moments during...
also going to see how they do the time skip, how they end the season.
Exactly. And where do they go from here? Like, is the story with Vi and Jinx going to be over after the first season? Or
like, how do you fix the writing of, like, if the relationship is so fractured, you're just gonna try to bring it together? Is it gonna be cliche? Like,
yeah, like
give it a B.
Yeah, honestly, I'm with you there. It's like the B/8 out of 10 range. It's fantastic. Of course, you guys let us know what you thought of Arcane down in the comments below. And there are some more animated videos down in this playlist, and we'll see you guys later.